Hi everybody, Andy Zimney at Employee Strategies, where we partner with leaders to develop highly effective teams. This is a time of year where I know many of you are working on your fall retreat, your annual retreat, annual team meeting. We're certainly working with a lot of our clients right now, getting ready for those sessions. And when we are always really focused on 4 key questions that can help for any sort of annual meeting, but really any meeting at all when you're trying to communicate with your team. And those questions are, what do you want people to know? Well, what do you want them to believe? How do you want them to feel? And what do you want them to do? So simple, but having clear, intentional answers to those questions is going to help you get way more out of that time together as a team. So let's break those down just a little bit. No, this is what most of us focus on most of the time when we're planning for these conversations. What is the information you want people to have? Information is important, but it is only a small part of the conversation. We need to go far beyond that to really have an impactful session with our team. But we do need to know what we want folks to know that they may not know already. Secondly, what do we want them to believe? What we know may include data we can prove. There are some things about our business that we can't prove, but we certainly need our folks to believe in. So beyond the knowledge, what do you want folks to believe? What do you want them to understand? What is that purpose that binds them all together that depends on your team believing in to really get yourselves moving forward together? Know, believe. Next, feel. How do you want folks to feel? Do you want them to feel enthusiastic? Do you want them to feel excited? Do you want them to feel some urgency? Do you want them to feel a sense of engagement? Do you want them to feel concerned? Whatever it might be. These conversations have way more impact when there's an emotional level to them. It's going to happen whether you're there or not. And the last thing we want people to feel is boredom or a disappointment or distaste. So be clear. How do you want folks to feel coming out of those conversations? And last, but certainly not least, what do you want folks to do? The only reason we get together as a team is so that we make sure we continue to do the right things or change what we're doing so that we do something even better moving forward. Sometimes we give our teams all sorts of information, but we don't give them clarity on what we want them to do with that information. Or we have discussions, we make decisions, but we don't get clear on what we want people to do with those decisions. So have that clear at the outset. For your annual meeting, for your retreat, or really for any meeting that you're walking into. What do you want folks to know? How do you want them to feel? What do you want them to believe? And what do you want them to do after that conversation? Take those 4 things in and you're going to make the most of that time together as a team. Thanks for watching, and upward and onward, as we always say.